Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I just thought I'd do a audio video of the this week's session plan, which is week 4, and it's a defending session, playing it out from the back with some adaptations to help us move the ball from playing out from the back to the midfields. So I just wanted to go through the different parts of the session plan with playing with the defending session. So the play phase, as you can see now that we're on week 4, the fields are set up so that each group has half a field. And that half a field is split into 2 sections, which are 2 little fields for us to play on. So when your kids arrive, just get them playing a game straight away. They've been at school all day, sat down. They've been learning a lot at school. So we just want to let them free, let them play for 10-15 minutes. And in this part, in the play phase, you just want to drop in a couple of questions if we're doing defending, like in this session. A couple of questions written on the session plans. How do we obstruct the way to goal? What do we want the distracting defender to do? How do the other defenders help? So let them play. Not much coaching in this one. And this gives us a little time to run through the session plan in the practice part, which will be then after 20 minutes you give them a break, let them back in, and you want to merge the 2 sections together to create our practice session. And this is the middle part of the session, so this is where we do the majority of our coaching. So there are 3 sections to the session plans from the US Federation. There's the core activity, the less challenging, and the more challenging. Now I tend to start with the less challenging when I'm doing my own sessions, then I build into the core activity, and then I build into the more challenging one. So in this one, the less challenging one is 5 versus 3, even though the session plan's got 4 attackers. It's 5 on the defending team versus 3 attackers, and you're trying to prevent the attackers from building up play in our own half. But actually, we're going to adapt this so that we always reset and the soccer ball's behind the big goal for the defenders. And we're going to try and play out from the back with the breakout line. And the defenders are going to try and receive a ball in the end zone. What we can do in this is maybe put one of our players in the end zone so that they can receive a ball. So it's mimicking. This practice bit is a snapshot of the game that we practice, so that we can, if we put a midfielder in the end zone, it mimics us playing out from the back throughout the build-out line, using the width of the field, and a midfielder or attacker receiving the ball in the opposition's half. This practice part is really good when we're doing our coaching, and you can use the interventions that we've been going through in the past few weeks. So group intervention is stop and freeze. Tell me what this picture looks like. Can we change this, what it looks like? Can you show me what it looks like? And so they're group interventions. We can also do individual interventions, which is have a little chat with some of the players if they're disengaged or they're not understanding completely what's going on, or we want to give them a little bit of coaching. Some kids actually prefer the individual interventions rather than the group, but we've been doing the group ones now for 4 weeks, and they're pretty used to it, and they know now when I say stop and freeze that I'm going to ask a question, which is really great. So start with the easy part if you need to, and then move on to the other one. So this one's just about 60 minutes, 20 minutes in each section. Then you give them a break after that, and then we go into the play phase at the end, which it's not on the session plan, but we know that this play phase at the end is about 20 minutes or 10-20 minutes, and you just want to reaffirm the rules of the game for this age group. Don't do much coaching. Try and let them deliver what we've been practicing, so playing out from the back, but just reaffirm key moments of the game, like what do we do at throw-ins, corners, let them try and feel their way through it. And that is pretty much the session plan, and that's the format that we use for all these session plans now. And as I say, we're on week 4 now, so we should all be pretty used to our format with regards to the new way of delivering grassroots soccer. So a couple of things, obviously individual interventions and group interventions have gone on that. This whole stuff now about teaching kids playing sport, about guided discovery. So we're trying to create a story and we are trying to guide them to get the answer. Try not to do much what I call joystick coaching, which is what we're telling them a lot of things to do, like specific movements, where to be, what to do. You know, if you can turn that into a question, that's really great coaching. So that instead of telling them what position they should be, just ask them if this is a position that we're happy with. If not, can you show me a position that's better? Try not to use commands specific to what you want to tell them. Try and get them to look at the picture of the play and try and get them to come up with the answer themselves if we can. A couple of other things just want to go on about group management that we've been doing the past few weeks, which is every time that we do a session, if you can reaffirm the respect rules, that you respect the players and the players respect you as a coach when you're talking. The players listen because you're trying to impart some knowledge about how that you can develop them. And also that the group management stuff about sitting them out is that we don't do laps or exercises of punishment in our coaching practices anymore. A better way to do it is treat them with respect and say that you'll sit them out for a few minutes, maybe 2 to 5 minutes if there's disruptions or continual disruptions. And then just make sure that if you are going to sit them out, that you have a chat with them before you bring them back in to explain to them what you did. Are they in agreement that they were being disruptive? Are they respectful of the process that we're going through? And then reintegrate them back into the play. Also reaffirm the fact that obviously the kids love to come and they love to scrimmage. So if there's continual disruptions, that you just reduce the amount of scrimmage time at the end. So hopefully this will give you another format of being able to look at session plans, and obviously there's loads of information on these session plans, but I just want to try and stream it out so that it's a little bit easier for you to visualize what we're trying to achieve. So this week we were obviously at Lennox, but we might be in the gym, but we'll just work through these and we will have to adapt the plans because of the space that we've got due to the EEE virus and being a bit more flexible. So don't worry about it, but hopefully that give you a bit more of an insight of the session plans and how we coach this new federation's practice play format. Any questions, drop me a line, send me an email, but I will see you either on the field or in the gym this week. Have an awesome week, everyone.